My name is Coughman, and basically I've been through the same thing with my son when he started to become adolescent into his teens. He started getting very rebellious and punched the walls. He would punch himself, walk out the door. When he would walk out the door, I didn't know where he was at. I would call cops. He would be sitting up in Brookdale Hospital, and they would pamper him and give him all kinds of junk. I mean, all kinds of junk. Just buy him all kinds of... I never gave my kid, none of my kids no candy. Okay? Tasheen got used to being around, walking out the house, and getting violent. So what I did was I started taking him to therapy. Started going to therapy. He was all right in the beginning. The therapist told me that Tasheen told him that he would like to start his own life. He's getting older. I think he might have been about 16 then. Things just started really getting out of hand. He wouldn't listen. He would just walk out the house. I had to call the cops because he would be in there just banging, hitting himself, and I'm so scared he's going to hurt himself. Wind up in a hospital. They drugging him up, letting him eat all he want to eat. Just continuously eat. I would bring him fruit every single day, every day. And I told him I don't feed him like that. And his aunt worked in King County, and she said, you know what? I don't think he's getting his fruit. She said, I know you be here every day bringing him fruit. I came there one day. My son was drooling down spitting out his mouth. I was so upset because he was so drugged up. And he kept crying. And I went to his school one day. He got out the hospital, they let him out again. One thing he always did, he did love to go to school. Took him to school, and they showed me a DVD of Judge Rotenberg Center. I came back, I took him to therapy, and from there, his therapist helped me to get him in. Next thing I know, someone came to my house. He seen the video. He sat there, nice and quietly. She explained everything to me, down to the GED. And she said, Ms. Coughman, your son, he's been sitting there for 2 hours while we've been talking. I don't think that, you know, he has a behavior problem like that. I said, well, because he's on all these different medications, that's probably why he's just sitting there quiet. But it just got worse. Banged the hole in the wall, boom. Banged the hole in the closet, boom. And when he couldn't get his way, because in the hospital they would let him eat. my son gained like about 60 pounds while he was in the hospital. Finally, with a lot of prayer, they called me for the packages. They didn't send no package to Judge Rotenberg Center at all. But they sent outside of New York City. So I got the judge, I got the lawyer from Judge Rotenberg Center. He took me to court. I got a telephone call about 4 days later, and a paper in the mail saying that Tashim will be picked up in 4 days. I went there to the school. I had already went to the school. I had already seen it and everything. I was so overwhelmed. When he got there in March. When he got there, he would behave for a while. They would have to restrain him a couple of minutes. They spoke to me about the GED. Or he was off all of the medications. I seen he had so much energy. When I went to see him one day, he said, "Mommy, come on, let's go work out." He said, "Oh, I forgot, Mommy, you got a bad knee." And I was so happy to see him because he wasn't all drugged up no more. He had all this energy. He had lost about 40-something pounds. And I had signed the papers for the GED. Now, the first time I'm seeing him with the GED was on the 17th of this month. I went there, no, before I left, I got a voicemail on my phone from Miss Tabitha Carter, his case manager. She says, "Miss Coughman," she says, "Tashim is doing great. He's doing excellent." She says, "He's been off the medication now for 3 weeks." She says, "He's on the GED. He's only been on a week, but he's doing excellent." She said, "You know what? When I went on the 17th, I was so happy to see my son." He said, "You know what, Mommy?" He said, "I'm doing so good." He said, "I don't feel like hitting nobody." He said, "You know what?" Miss Tabitha Carter said, "I can see him working in the next 6 months. Would you like to train, Tashim, and make your own money?" Tashim said, "Yeah, because I want to buy something special for my mother." So she says, "Ms. Coughman, you know, would you like to take him home?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Well, you could take him home Christmas." And that just, I was just so happy because I took his stepfather to see him several times. I took his uncle to see him. I took his aunt to see him. And Tashim always liked to be by himself because I have older sons from 28 to 35. So Tashim, he's always used to play by himself and everything because they all were older than him. But since he's been there, he's been so good with his peers and everything. He just made a total U-turn. And I'm just saying to you, please take in consideration what we have went through with our kids. Because I don't know what I would do if I never got him there.
Thank you.
Thank you.